best thing sent.
Yeah, well, that's what the president, proceed, Governor. So you go ahead.
Okay, yeah. What he said, he said first, Jackie, that's what I said. And then didn't you said terrorist? You said terrorist. You said terrorist. He said, that's what I said. Proceed, Governor. I'm not gonna deny you nothing. Proceed. And boy, he walked his ass right into that and talk about having the stanky dookie look on his face.
Yeah, stanky dookie.
And now Candy Krolick is a witch.
Yes,
whatever.
The problem was Candy Krolick, all she did was stop the lie. Thank God.
What's wrong with that? I thought conservatives like truth. Isn't that a Christian trait?
Okay.
Dennis, they like their version of the truth.
Well, let's see. God said he makes a line come. That what God hates, you would hate.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, what'd you say about a double-minded man?
Oh, James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all.
I just love that. You know, Jackie, I love to get my little ads and make them. I got to get that one in. And Dennis, you got to put in my inbox that verse and chapter and verse for me, what it said, so I can make me a little ad about our boy Romney.
Remember, Romney doesn't have just a double mind. That boy got I can't count that high.
Hey, he got more personalities than Aunt Sue.
Lord Jesus. Oh man.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yes, you are.
But you're not lying. But you're not lying, Bill.
Hey, that's right. And listen, and Sue take medication. He ain't got no excuse for being as a triple-minded as he is. He just a liar.
Yeah, and the other thing that I want to ask both of you about, too, because you've alluded to this a little bit, is you remember how after the first debate and the president didn't do well, and the Democrats were just depressed and this, that, and the other, and the Republicans were spiking the football, and they were all happy and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, in this second debate, the president kicks their boy's ass.
Yeah.
And then what is it? It's everybody else's
fault. Right, and the president did not whine. He said, I didn't do so good for y'all, did I?
Yeah.
You know, he said it.
Why is it conservatives just can't believe they boy got there?
Yeah, and now that this time around, everybody has voted that the president whooped his ass. Oh, they mad. Candy Krolick's a witch and a liar and a cheater and who allows that? But you broke every rule of the debate rules when
he broke all the rules.
That's Christine O'Donnell now.
Now, I thought that it was a great thing last time that he got to run off at the mouth because Jackie, what all of his good, what he thought he got in and won the debate, they said he won the debate, but what overtook his winning the debate? His mouth. And Big Bird, and he changed some voters.
In a meeting, and he thinks he can talk to anybody,
any kind of way. That's it.
Even Morning Joe said, the way he talked to the president last night, talking about let me give you some advice and all this type of stuff. You don't talk to the president.
Yeah, and you had you'll say it's my time and I'm on speaking. And Joe Scarborough said you don't talk to the president like that. But to see the problem is. He thinks he's bigger than that.
Yes.
I would be so humiliated. I might have to move out of this country if this man were the president for 4 years because George Bush did nothing like what this idiot.
Oh, this fool right here. He's certified.
It would be, I thought I was a little embarrassed with George Bush, but George,
this fool right here, he worse than Bush.
Yeah, I mean, and he thought he was he thought he was at the head of the table in the Bain boardroom, and that's how he wants to talk to everybody. And he, it's like, I dare you ask me that question, even to his Fox friends. And then Chris Wallace lit his ass up, and he really believes that he's going to be president. Him and this fool Ryan and not tell us a goddamn thing.
Yeah, and when the president made that point to him, that you pride yourself on being a businessman. If someone came to you with this proposition, basically, would you take it?
You wouldn't take this sketchy. Yeah, the president, you wouldn't take this sketchy, etch-a-sketch proposition.
Yes.
you know, you would say no. And what did he say? Didn't say a damn word.
No, didn't say anything.
Okay, Jackie.
I mean, when you got nothing to say, what you gonna say?
Okay. Now, then, hold on. Let me play this clip for y'all.
All right.
This is called Mitt Romney's condescending tone towards women. So let me play this.
Yeah, we got to get to that.
Yeah, and let's scrap on this a bit. Hold on. Here we go.
In what new ways do you intend to rectify the inequalities in the workplace, specifically regarding females making only 72% of what their male counterparts earn?
I had the chance to pull together a cabinet, and all the applicants seem to be men. And I said, well, gosh, can't we find some women that are also qualified? And they brought us whole binders full of women.
When Governor Romney's campaign was asked about the Lilly Ledbetter bill, whether he supported it, he said, I'll get back to you. He suggested that, in fact, employers should be able to make the decision as to whether a woman gets contraception through her insurance coverage. Governor Romney says that we should eliminate funding for Planned Parenthood. There are millions of women all across the country who rely on Planned Parenthood for not just contraceptive care, they rely on it for mammograms, for cervical cancer screenings. These are not just women's issues. These are family issues. These are economic issues. And one of the things that makes us grow as an economy is when everybody participates and women are getting the same fair deal as men are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you guys want to hear something interesting about Mitt Romney and women?
Yes.
Now, you know, you guys saw him tap dance around the Lilly Ledbetter thing.
Oh, yeah, he didn't miss
at the debate. So I want to read you guys something that was posted on Huffington Post just a few hours ago.
Okay.
This is an update. Mitt Romney advisor says that Mr. Romney was opposed to Lilly Ledbetter Act all the time. He was opposed to it at the time.
And now?
Okay, so he doesn't believe in equal pay for equal work.
No, he doesn't. And Jackie, every time,
now they said he was for it before he was against.
I know. But
and then his campaign comes back.
His campaign has just come back, D.
They do it after each and every. They came back on the first debate.
Exactly. So he says that had he been president in 2009, he would not have signed the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Act.
I hope you're paying attention, ladies.
Yeah.
Attention, women, pay attention.
Yes.
You know, he lied at the first debate, and then as soon as he told that lie, and the debate was over, his campaign took to Twitter and writing that no, he won't give pre-existing conditions.
That's right.
A leeway, but he told that lie and said he would. That's why Barack was looking at him in shock, like, you've been talking for 18 months.
Oh yeah.
About how you want people with pre-existing conditions can't be covered and yang, and then he went right on that. The pre-existing conditions, they're covered. They're covered under me.
But just remember, ladies, he's looking out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how anybody could. And Jack, if he would just say one time, this is how I like a question answered.
Yeah.
Do you believe, or would you have signed the Lilly Ledbetter Act? And I like for you to say yes or no, and then elaborate if you would like to.
We're talking about Mitt Romney here. Come on.
Okay. Never said it, and then went all about how his mama used to be a woman. And nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? We just want to know, do you believe in equal pay for equal work for women?
That would be a negative, ghostwriter.
He never did answer that shit. He talked all about
look here.
How his wife was a woman.
Let your yes be yes and your no be no. And when you don't say nothing, we know what you're thinking.
Okay, and from the first question that the 20-year-old college kid asked him,
Yes.
He never answered that question. I was sitting here saying, what the hell is all this pimp talk about?
Well, remember, he believes those kids ought to just
borrow money from their parents.
Anyway.
He's so out of touch. You believe every damn about his mama and daddy can loan their kids, and which our family doesn't do anyway. We don't loan money in our family.
Borrow from your parents.
Yeah, if my mom and daddy felt like it was their responsibility to get us through school. And they did and if my mama had to borrow money for me to go to school, she never told me.
If this fool wins, all them fools that voted for him gonna be the main one.
Oh yeah.
And Jackie, and then I'm just baffled that anybody could be confused who to vote for at this point.
Well, yeah,
I don't see.
How are you still undecided?
How are you still undecided? And how is it that you believe the lie that, yeah, he inherited a bad situation, but he made it worse? How in the fuck did he make it worse when things are better?
Well, it was the creation of the 5.4 million jobs that made it worse. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, and he wasn't going to have the economy under 8%. He wasn't gonna, and as soon as he hit 8%, everybody lied.
Well, it's because more people left the workforce. Then what?
Okay, so if they left the workforce, then how did we go from 4.5 million to 5.4 million?
Yes. Hey, remember, Romney has funny math.
And I tell you what else, his wife got a lying tongue just like him. She was on an interview, and as she told people that Mitt's got a good heart, and Mitt would do everything, and because Barack Obama has created no jobs, none. Those were her words, and I quoted, no jobs, none.
I'm sick and tired of them acting like this guy is a job creator.
Yeah. Okay.
So in these blue blazers, are you a job creator when you go to a company?
Yep.
You lay people off. Yeah. You ship their jobs overseas, and then you make a profit.
And you make a profit.
Yeah,
and
don't forget stealing their pension, D.
Stealing their pensions. Thank you. Those people in these commercials, they are real people. They're hurting, and they hate his ass.
Yes.
And he did that to him.
I don't understand how you can be for a guy that you know ruined somebody else's livelihood.
Now, Jackie, if I never stole your pension, and I never closed your plant, and I never shipped you could not get away with saying that about me.
No,
you have never heard him say, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
That did not happen. Because they can prove it did. They can prove it did happen. Jackie, it's one thing to fire them all and say you don't have a job anymore. It's one thing to do that. Okay, you doing business. We don't like the way you do business, but that was business. And you did it. But to take their pensions?
Yeah.
That's where I really draw the line.
Don't forget, not only take their pensions, but you got paid.
You got paid. And
you broke as a joke.
Yeah. You put the company in bankruptcy, their reputation is ruined, and all the folks are fired, and the town becomes damn near a ghost town.
Well, you know what they say when you say stuff like this, right?
What?
That's capitalism. Really? Really?
Okay, Dennis, but Barack is a Muslim, a socialist, a Marxist.
He all them things.
You know, our good friend Angie Jackson.
We victims.
Our good friend Angie Jackson, I don't know her maiden name, but she's from Aubrey. And she is a Starnatal Obama supporter. And she always writes something beautiful as to give us any proof. There's no proof that Barack Obama and his family are nothing more than good, Christian, decent family people.
Yes.
Give us some proof that he's a Muslim. No, and they can't, and they're not, and so I read somewhere the other day. Then
argument, how are you going to sit up and criticize the man for spending 20 years in Reverend Wright's Christian church?
Okay,
but he a Muslim. He's stupid.
And somebody came onto her blog and wrote, he's a Muslim and a socialist, and he misspelled all these words. And And Angie said, these people are so sad.